So now we'll get more into the physiology portion of this course, and remember that these lectures are supplemental to what you see in your crash course videos. So those are your primary source of information. These are just filling in some of the gaps that were missed by the videos. They cover the concept of homeostasis. So homeostasis is covered pretty well in your crash course videos, as well as negative feedback. However, what may not be covered is positive feedback, which, as it states here, is a feedback loop that increases or exacerbates the effects of a small change in the environment. So, for example, childbirth is considered a positive feedback mechanism whereby the cervix of the uterus stretches with the baby coming out, sends a signal up to the brain, hypothalamus, posterior pituitary to release oxytocin. Oxytocin goes down to the smooth muscle of the uterus, causes the uterus contract, pushing the baby down further, stretching the cervix more, feeding back up to the brain, and again, more oxytocin, more stretching, more oxytocin, more stretching, more oxytocin, more stretching until the baby is born, and then that's when the feedback loop ends. The feedback. And here is just one example of a negative feedback mechanism. Another example where we talk about the components, the sensor, regulator, effector, and the response, and what happens when they're shut off. And I also want you to notice that these red dots that are appearing are not the same red dots that, or not the same images that are in the regular PowerPoint lectures. For some reason, this program I'm using is altering the way my PowerPoints look, so forgive that, please. And then more specific examples of negative feedback, temperature regulation in a body. Again, I'm not going to go through it in any detail. It's just a series of events that happens when you have a decrease in body temperature, what leads to an increase in body temperature, and then the reverse of that as well. Another example is one side of blood pressure regulation, one side of blood sugar regulation,